Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Chatty CRC here on the Dorky and 40 YouTube channel. Today we're going to hop into another sim as part of my FPV simulator roundup, you know, because there's so many to pick from and everything like that. I started off with FPV Air V2. I'll put a link for it up here in the corner somewhere so you guys can take a look at that. Definitely give it a look. Give it a download off of Steam, man. It's $5. Help the developer out. It's not bad. It runs really good. I am pretty happy with it personally. So, like a lot of you guys, Liftoff is, you know, it was probably the first FPV sim that you probably ever got. Besides, there was like Freerider and a couple other ones, and like Liftoff was like the game changer because, and this holds true to today, Liftoff is more like a total FPV hobby simulator. There's things like building tracks, building your own quads, just everything. Through the goggles, you can actually use your goggles to fly through it if you want to. Liftoff has everything. It's been developed for years now. But honestly, it always had this really weird feeling. Things didn't go up, or things would go up too fast and down too slow, or up too slow and down too fast. We used to actually hack into the config file settings and change like the physics settings around and stuff like that. No more. It feels great. Racing, I believe, is like 95% there in my opinion. Now, I'm not a professional racer or nothing like that, but it feels fun. It's very engaging. It makes you think about things when like you're not even a racer, but you hear all these racing people talk about like spotting gates and working on your rates and stuff like that. And I've actually tried the rates that I've been using to lift off on a couple of my actual quads outside, and it's pretty nice. So you can build your own quad and everything like that now, or you can go to the Steam web store or community page or whatever it's called. I'll take a look at it in an upcoming video. Like, we can't cover everything in Liftoff in one video. There's just so much of it. But, you know, there's a couple of guys that have like pre-made some quads that are really nice, and I've been racing around with one of those, and it just kind of changed my rates around to what I kind of like, and I've just been flying it. I haven't got into like changing it by adding weight or changing the props or any of that kind of stuff. But Liftoff's cool because like you can even like change your PIDs. If you put your P's too high, your quad will oscillate and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's just get into some racing, just flying around here and take a look at it. And I'll just kind of give you guys like some commentary, just in case you want to mess around with it again and see what it's all about. All right, so we are totally here in game capture mode. So if we want to take a look around real quick, you know, you have your tutorials, you have your free flight, race, freestyle, the workbench. They have a huge multiplayer environment, and you can actually sign in to their pro league, which I have done, but I'm just not signed in right now. I'll show you my game and graphics options running for performance on my machine here. Graphics, I'm running at the good quality, and then I kind of turn everything off. I found that's kind of like a good mix between how everything looks and just kind of everything reacts, and how well my system can record, run OBS, and actually stream too whenever I want to stream with this. Audio controls, and then of course this is where you can configure your controller and your buttons for, I don't know, restarting, adjusting your camera angle and stuff like that. The community page here, this is where you can go. Actually, I'll show you that right now. Like, if we go to the workbench here, and like let's say that you want to pick up one of their pre-built quads, this is where you would go. I'm running this VR Neonic right here, and if you go to downloads, you can see that I've downloaded a few quads. People have built like their own. Like there's this guy's, you know, Rooster, which he could probably redo this now. There's you know, Mr. Steele's spec PIDs, as close as he said he can get it to, you know, what he likes. So but there's all kinds of drones that you can play with. You know, there's my fleet, and everything like that. And then of course, if you want to go into the actual community stuff, you just go to community drones right here, click on select, and it'll open all that up. And then here is like all of the different ones that you can download with all the most popular ones. Hey, be quiet. So let's just start off with like a simple race. We'll just do the basic first track here on the straw bale. Runs a lot faster now too. I've noticed over the past couple updates, they've actually, it's kind of gotten a lot faster, which is good because it used to take a lot longer for these screens to load. That was one that was one thing that always drove me a little crazy about it. So you can go ahead, hit escape here, and in here this is where you can start changing around in Betaflight, change your rates and all that kind of stuff like that. And then you can also do like different you can change your graphics options and all that kind of stuff if you're not happy with the way that they're working. So let's just go ahead and get into a flight here. Doesn't save your camera angle, which is kind of annoying. I think I have to fix that. I think I can save that inside of the actual My Drone blueprint or whatever. Oh, missed that gate. I've been flying some other tracks here. It's performance anxiety. I'm in front of a crowd here. Yeah, it feels real good. It's not very system intensive, you know. Like I said, I have OBS running right now. I'm not streaming or nothing, and I'm holding tight at good 60 frames a second. Go ahead and restart that. I got a pretty cool soundtrack. There's a couple songs on there that sound really good, a couple that are kind of annoying. Some of them that if you don't even play the sim, you'll probably know because they're in a lot of the Rotor Riot videos. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty fun. You know, it's a good way to spend the time when you can't really get outside. You've got like 40-degree weather, horrible rain. This winter time is shaping up to be a lot different than last winter, that's for sure. So they've really got these things ready to go at the right time. I'm running 110 degrees on my camera angle. Seems to be kind of right on par with kind of how things look with like my Micro Eagles that I mostly fly with. So I like that. Ah. See, you kind of get into it. The other weird thing is too is I always fly standing up, so learning how to fly sitting down is, I don't know if that's going to be an advantage or if not. So this track right here, the Bamba round baller, this one is, I see a lot of people flying on the Facebook group, so I downloaded it and I've been playing around with it, and it's a really fun track. So I actually just started flying it this morning, so this is like, I don't know, the 11th or 12th time that I've flown it. Change my camera angle. I gotta do something about that. Always blow that corner out too wide. And it's pretty cool because like pumping the throttle, you know, works really well, just like in real racing. You can probably see I'm really shaking and moving here, getting into it in my chair and flying, so it definitely does its job as far as the entertainment factor goes. There's a good corner there. For me, that is. I'm gonna blow that one out. Oh well, just takes time and practice. Fingers slipping off the stick. Might have been one of the best times I took that corner right there. Make it through. Alright, let's try to get this one right. Not too bad. You can actually see my quad oscillating on those high throttles. Alright. That was fun. So that was a quick look at Liftoff and how exciting and how good it is. So if you haven't played it in like a year and a half, kind of like I have, throw your TARANIS or Spectrum on there, fire it up, and see what's going on. You know, there's nothing else to do when it's dark out or it's raining or snowing. Come back to the channel. There's going to be a lot more videos on this. Check me out. Who's going to be my first Twitch follower? Who wants to be the first one? So, anyway, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Maybe we'll see you guys on some live streams. Send me your Steam names. I like to fly with a lot of you guys. That would be great too. So, talk to you guys later. Peace.